Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday to you. I hope you enjoyed Sunday service for those that went to church. I enjoyed mine. It was so beautiful. It was such a refreshing time in the presence of God. So, I thought to do a live session this afternoon. I've been planning it for a long time, but I keep postponing. Being a 9 to 5er and coupled with having to upload videos 3 times in a week, coupled with having to do chores at home, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. So, yeah, I thank God I've been able to practicalize what has been on my mind for a long time. So here we are. I want more people to join before I get into the reason why we are here. Oh, it's so nice seeing your beautiful faces. It's so good to see your beautiful faces. Hmm. I believe you've seen the topic for the live session on the thumbnail. How to stay consistent as a content creator. How to stay consistent as a content creator. Still waiting for people to join. Okay, so let's start. I believe people will join us soon. First of all, who is a content creator? Who is a content creator? A content creator is like a broad name. We have many departments under it. A content creator is someone who creates content, someone who makes content available for the audience to enjoy and to learn from. Now, it might be a visual content, it might be a written content, whichever means you choose to pass across your message to the audience, it is content. And none is superior to the other. None is superior to the other. In as much as you are able to deliver value to whichever means you deem fit, none is superior to the other. And actually, all of us are content creators. All of us are content creators. The only difference is packaging and ability to put yourself out there. That is where the difference lies. Some people know how to put themselves out there, while others don't know how to do so. In as much as you communicate with people every day, you share your opinion with people, you share your opinion on topics, on issues, and a lot of things, you are a content creator. And content most times emanates from our experience and our environment. When we were born, our hearts, a baby's heart is tabula rasa, that is, it has nothing in it. But as the baby grows, as the baby goes through his or her experiences, the environment the baby is born in, then a lot of ideologies, rules, and opinions begin to form. And it is this experience and ideologies that will serve as a pillar for the kind of content that person will tend to spill out to the world later in life. So most times our opinion is based on the kind of experiences we've had, the kind of environment we grew up in. Okay, and that's why sometimes it's good you ensure you are living in the right environment, you are relating with the right set of people, because these things shape your mind, these things shape how you see life, it shapes your opinion about people. Even when you want to create content, most times it is based on your experience. Okay, so now that I have explained who a content creator is, let's talk about consistency. What is the meaning of consistency? Consistency is the art of being reliable, being available, and being dependable. You are reliable, you are available, you are dependable. That is, you don't just drop a content today and you disappear for the next 100 years. We can trust you to come back in the next few days or in the next week or next month. It doesn't matter the number of times, really. Whatever timing you choose to follow, just ensure you are consistent at it, either once in a week or once in a month or whatever. Just ensure that you are not staying away for too long. Yes, that's the idea. If you must stay away, don't stay away for too long, because there are so many people waiting to take your place. There are so many content creators and there are no loyal customers. People are loyal to their needs. So if you vacate your seat, if you vacate that role of supplying their needs, they will find another person. They will find another person. So you have to be consistent. So now I know this is not the first time you will hear you have to be consistent, you have to be consistent. You've had it a lot of time. And sometimes you wonder, what does being consistent entail? Do these speakers actually know what it takes to be consistent? Because most times that content of a thing, it's not the only thing you are doing with your life. Most times you are a parent, you are a spouse, you are a daughter, you are a son, you are a neighbor, you are a worker in an organization, you have a lot of other things to do. And now someone is saying you have to be consistent in content creation. Well, many of us are like that. Many of us are busy with other things. In fact, an average human being is busy. You are busy as a wife, you are busy as a husband, you are busy as a son, you are busy as a daughter, as even as a name. Then when there is a will, there is a way. Do you know that? When there is a will, there is a way. First of all, your driving force has to be strong. You need to have a why for that content creation project that you are embarking on. What is the aim? What is the aim? Is it to reach out to the community? Is it to share your wealth of knowledge with people? Is it to make money? And if it is to make money, yes, it is valid, provided you are ready to put in the work. Yes, it is very, very valid. Don't let anyone make you feel bad for that. Okay, so your why has to be strong enough. If it is not strong enough, you will shake and you will falter, you will get tired, because sincerely content creation is a marathon race. It's a marathon race, and sometimes it gets tiring because you won't always get the recognition that you think you deserve. Sometimes it will be as though people are not even seeing you, no one is noticing you, and something is telling you, and you are putting out something nice. So you are putting out a lot. So why is it that people are not recognizing what you've been doing? Well, that's because we have so many good people in your field. You are not the only good person. There are many excellent people in that endeavor of yours. Now, what will make you stand out? Consistently delivering value. Yes, when you consistently deliver value, then a time will come when they will not be able to. you will become irresistible. Yes, irresistible. To the extent that even though people may not like you, but because you spill out value, because you deliver value, they will have no choice than to start interacting with your content. Okay? So to stay consistent, there are some things you have to take note of. Now, I would like to read from you. I would like to read from you because I'm not, I just want to share a little on what I know about the topic. You might have other things you want to add to. So I would like to read from you. Okay, so why coming up with this topic, some points came across my heart and I jotted them down. I'm a very organized person. I like doing my things in a very organized manner. So I jotted them down and I will read them one by one and I will explain. I will explain. Number one, to be consistent, you need discipline. You need what? You need discipline. You cannot be consistent without discipline. And this is not just about content creation, even in every area of life, you need discipline. Discipline will push you to continue doing it, even when your body does not feel like doing it. Most times we have the things that thrill us, we have the things that serve as comfort for us. And most times, naturally, we want to spend a lot of time doing those things. If it is sleeping that brings you comfort, if it is reading gist online that bring you comfort, naturally you will want to do that thing more often. But most of those comforting things, they don't take us to the kind of destination that we desire. They keep us small. While they entertain us, they keep us small. So you just realize that you are watching people soar, you are watching people succeed while you are still on the same level for a long time. And you wonder, what have I been doing with my life? When you waste your time, you waste your life because your life is dependent on your time. Your life is a combination of fragments of time. Fragments of time. So when we waste time, we waste our life. Now, this is where discipline comes in. Discipline will let you put aside your comfort sometimes to do that which will take you to your destination. Discipline is you saying no when you feel like sleeping. Yeah, because it's been a while you delivered content, you have to deliver content. So you put aside your desire to sleep for that moment and do what you have to do. Discipline is using a headline of a hot news, of a hot and trendy gist on your phone. And normally, you are tempted to open it and read the details and even read the comments because that's where the juice of the gist usually resides, the comment section. And the comment section most times take a lot of time. It can take an hour from you, depending on how interesting the topic is. And something is pushing you. Let's read the comments. Let's read the comments. But because of discipline, you are telling yourself, enough. I can do this when I'm done with my work. It's not as if you will deny yourself of the things that make you happy, but you learn to schedule them till after you have done what is more important, which are the things that will help propel you forward so that you don't remain on the same level for a long time. So that you don't wake up at age 70 and you realize that your earning power is still the same as it was when you were 25. Because things don't change because you are getting older. Things change because you are doing things in a better way. You want better results, don't just leave it to luck and chance. Don't say time will tell. Time will only work in your favor when you start using time favorably, when you start using time in a more productive manner. Okay? So you have to be disciplined of things. It entails a lot of things. It means you have to understand that your body wants it does not mean it must have it. Yes. The fact that your body wants it does not mean you must have it. Discipline entails you knowing that if you don't have that pleasure that time, you will not die. Yes, exactly. You won't die. It will do nothing to you. At first, it might be hard. It might be like you are getting depressed because you are spending a lesser amount of time with the trending gist. You are spending a lesser amount of time sleeping. At first, I'm not telling you you will enjoy it. You won't enjoy it. You will feel bad for it when you first get on such journey, such tasking journey. But later on, your body, soul, and mind will adjust to the flow. It will become your normalcy. Okay? No, now this is where discipline comes in. Discipline will make you stay true till that time that it becomes your normalcy. When you are not disciplined, you will chicken out at the early phase when your body is crying for comfort and pleasure. You will chicken out. You will tell yourself this is too much for me to handle. You forgot you are an adult. You are not a baby. Nothing is too much for you to handle as an adult. Most times, nothing, that thing you think you cannot endure, you can endure it. It just has not happened. Take a deep breath and think about the things you thought would have broken you if they happened to you. Some of them happened to you and not, you didn't die. You actually scaled through. That's to show you are stronger than you think you are. Being an adult, it's a lot. It means you have strong mental capacity, strong emotional capacity. If only you will understand that and let it function. Let your mental capacity function at its best. Let your emotional capacity function at its best. If only you stop making excuses for yourself that you cannot do this, you cannot do that. You are stronger than you think because the Creator God equipped us with so much, with so much. You were not created out of little. You were not endowed with little. You were endowed with a lot. And that's why you are still living today because you are still living despite what you've gone through. Okay, so you have to be disciplined. Sometimes it entails being disciplined with your time. Yes, your time. Sometimes you have to learn to create a timetable, a schedule of the things you have to do daily. Okay, so and so time. This is where I have to be. This is what I have to do. So and so time. This is what I have to do. This so like you have to be that detailed to be successful. You have to be so detailed with time. Like in fact, it will get to a time people will tell you you are doing too much. Calm down. What's your problem? It's normal. It's normal for someone who knows he is on a journey to succeed. So people who are not as dedicated will sometimes see you as something is worrying you. You are doing too much. It's okay. Rich people are always busy. Okay. Number two, you have to be a good researcher. A good what? A good researcher. So content creation, you have to give out content. And don't forget, most times you are giving out content to people that are smart, people that are brilliant, people that are intelligent, sometimes people that are older than you and know much more than you. So you can't just afford to be giving out trash as content. Your content has to be premium. Okay, you have to give value because in a busy world as ours, if you want people to sit down and listen to you or read what you've written or watch what you have put together in a video, then that's them giving giving out a part of their life, giving out the other time I told you that our life is a summation of fragments of time. So that's them giving out a part of their life to pay attention to you. So if they will do that, then what if you will sustain, it's one thing to get their attention, it's another thing to sustain the attention. If you will sustain the attention for that long, then you have to be giving value. And how do you give value? You have to be a good researcher. Yes, even when you think you know a lot about that topic that you want to create content on, still research. What do people think about the topic? What are the things that have been said in the past on that topic? There is no new topic under the heavens. There is no new thing on earth. Okay? What are people's opinion on the topic? This is where the social media comes in. The media, the internet. It is to your advantage. Okay, through the search bar, through the search engines, you can just type in, what can you say about this topic? Then you also have to be original. You don't just swallow everything you've read hook, line, and sinker. You add to it a touch of your originality. That is the experience you too must have had an experience related to that topic. If not, you won't be creating content on that in the first place. So you bring in some doses of your experience too. And sometimes you have to think deeply. Don't just because sometimes your experience is limited to your environment, especially if you are not the type that travels a lot. Your view of life is still limited to your environment. Your environment does not have to have the final say over the content you will spill out. Compare your experiences with what is popular in the outside world there. Then compare them. You take a little of this knowledge, you take a little of that knowledge, you take a little of what makes sense out of your experience, and you add everything together, you fine tune, you bring finesse to it, you do some addition and subtraction, you polish everything before you feed the audience with it. Okay, so you have to be a good researcher, and research comes with, even when you are gisting with your friends, you are gisting in your workplace, learn to learn to be a good student of language. When you It might be during a communication, a gisting session that even has nothing to do with your content, and maybe someone just drops a point. If it is related to what you have to talk about later, if the point is sensible, you can just think on it. Now that might even serve as a topic for your next vlog or your next content creation endeavor. Content is everywhere around us. You don't have to go to the bush before you see content. Even in your room right there is content. If only you will learn to see more clearly and hear better. Hear better. People are always talking from a place of environment, from a place of their experience. Okay, so you have to be a good researcher. Okay, sometimes it can even be through watching movies. Maybe you watched a movie and you think, they shouldn't have ended this story like this. Why did this thing happen to this person? No, no, no. This writer was not really this writer didn't bring in his best at this point. You that you know the best that should have brought into that scenario, why don't you create a content out of it? Create a content out of it and let us know that best thing that should have happened. Okay? So it's not just to form the ministry of criticism. How are you using criticism as a bedrock for your content? Okay, so that's that on be a good researcher. Also, be confident. What did I say? Be confident. You have to be very confident of yourself. Confidence is a very important thing. You don't have to know everything about a topic before you talk on it. Yes, the little you know is enough to take someone out of bondage. The little you know is enough to set someone's life on track. Okay, but if you are not confident and you think you have to know everything about the topic, even when you have known everything about that topic, you still won't be able to deliver. You still won't be able to talk. Okay, so you have to be confident. Work on your confidence. Confidence is a currency. Many of the people making a lot of money from your niche They don't necessarily know better than you. We listen to them. You listen to them sometimes, and something will be telling you, I know a lot of things. This person should have said this thing in a better way. There's a loophole here. I even know better than this person on this topic, and yet see the number of followers he has. So that is to show you that that person that is cashing out on your niche does not necessarily know better than you, but they have confidence. They are more confident than you, because if they are getting successful at it and you are not yet successful at it, it means there is something they know that you don't know yet. No matter how brilliant you think you are, the reason they are cashing out and you are not yet cashing out is because there is something they know that you don't know yet. Okay, and one of it might be confidence. So you have to be confident. And how do you build your confidence? Well, start by reading books on confidence, self-esteem. But I won't advise you spend all your days, all the months, all the years reading books. You have to step out, take that baby step. Take that baby step, because when you should there you see, you will not live forever. We won't live forever. So you can't spend half your life planning and preparing. When do you want to execute? Is it when your hair is gray and your teeth weak? So you have to understand that you are not you will not live forever. So you should learn to be kind of hasty when it comes to actualization. Don't spend too long. It is good to prepare. I'm not saying you shouldn't prepare, but also, if you've read chapter one of a book, you don't need to read till chapter 10 before you start practicalizing what you've read. That thing you've read in chapter one, practice it. Then you realize that you will even gain data, real life data from what happened when you stepped out, when you practice. So when next you read chapter two, you will realize that you will understand it better than when you just read without practice. So you have to learn how to practice. Okay, then how else do you build confidence? Work and relate with confident people. Being envious of them isn't the way to go. You want to be confident, relate and interact with confident people. Have confident friends. Offer to go on a trip with them if they are going on a talk show. Offer to stay on the stage with them. Maybe hold their bag or something. Just be on the stage with them, or somewhere around the stage, and be sharing them on. Soon, you will realize that something is pulling you to the stage. And by the time you get on stage, you realize that there is no big deal about speaking. That's just an example, though. That's just an example. You want to start writing. Yes, you want to be a writer, you want to own your own vlog and your blog, but you don't have the confidence to start yet. Why don't you start from the comment section of popular posts? You read the topic, think about it, an interesting gist, then carefully construct your opinion on the topic. Carefully package it together and drop it. Do it consistently. Soon, people will start thinking you are even the one who owns their vlog. Now, when you do this long enough, there will be a push within you that start your own. You're already a low-key vlogger. So why don't you just start your own? Okay? So even if you have to do it afraid, do it afraid. Start afraid. By the time you continue doing it, you will no longer be afraid. It's okay to be afraid when you start. Okay? So be confident. Be confident. Be confident. It's a very important currency. Be confident. If you are not confident, that thing that you know that would have spurred your life onto greater height, it will just remain dormant in you for a very long time. It will not find expression, and so there will be a dissatisfaction within you that you are not living up to your best, you are not delivering your best. It will be like you owe humanity something. Yes, that's how you feel. So you will even be depressed when you are not giving out as much as you should give. Okay, Another point is you have to learn to keep your joy and sanity as a content creator. Yes, your joy and sanity. Content creation has to do with creativity. Creativity. So you know you have to think up content. People might just be gisting in a room. While they are gisting and you are interacting, you are listening, you're already seeing content. They are seeing gist, they are seeing entertainment, you are seeing content. You have to learn to see content in everything. And this can only happen when you are happy, when you have peace in you. You must not entertain depression as a content creator. Any environment or anyone that always makes you depressed as a content creator, if you can, you should avoid them. It will affect your output and productivity. For the brain to deliver optimally, for the brain to deliver its best, it has to be in a good emotional and logical state. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, you can try and practice. You realize that on days you are sad, you find it hard to create content. It happens to me. It happens to me. But on days I am happy, oh God, I want to I want to create a lot of content. I want to create a lot. Sometimes I want to overdo. Okay, so as a content creator, you have to protect your sanity. Any environment that is always creating or instigating sadness in you, you have to avoid it. Okay, then you have to learn not to give up. Very important. Now, this advice is even for me because I have a video I ought to have created yesterday, but you see, sometimes I just get tired. I'm like, oh, this YouTube journey is such a long one. Imagine creating content back to back for 4 months and you are not even halfway your destination, you are not even halfway your monetization, and you've created like 82 videos. So in fact, well, yeah, I am today again creating content. I still have a video to create when I'm done with this, my long form video. Okay, so learn how to you have to be your number one cheerleader. And most times I realize that the nothing pushes you more than self motivation, because you are the one that knows where the shoe inches and you are the one that knows at what point you should motivate yourself. Most times, outsiders don't understand the depth of why you are depressed, the depth of why you are tired. They will just mumble some 2 minutes motivational talks for you and off they go. And most times, the motivational talk isn't eating you, it isn't touching you where you need to be touched, because they are not the ones wearing the shoe. They don't know where it inches. But you are the one wearing the shoe, you know where it inches. So you know the kind of motivation that will push you to start racing again. So be you have to be a self motivator. You won't always have someone to motivate you. Okay, now how do you motivate yourself when you are sad? Because the willpower will not be there, that's a fact. Well, you learn to fill your tank before your tank gets dried. When you see motivational posts, don't wait until you are depressed before you read motivational posts. When you see people's testimonies, read them. Don't say you don't need them. Read them. Keep them in your emotional reserve. You will need them on days you feel like giving up. It might be a speech that you've listened to in the past, someone's testimony, someone's motivational talk that you've read in the past that you will recall on those days you feel like giving up. But if you have nothing in your emotional bank, so what will help you during those? You don't wait until the day of battle before you learn how to fight. You learn how to fight before the day of battle. So when you see motivation, don't be among the set of people that will be insulting motivational speakers online and motivational speaker who sent you. They are God's gift to us. Imagine a world with no motivation. If you cannot do it, you should be grateful to God for people who can do it. people who live their own issues to speak life and to propel us forward. We should be grateful we have them. So when you see motivations, when you see testimonies, you read them, and you don't get envious and jealous when you read motivation stories. The success they are celebrating is theirs. They didn't steal your success. Your success is still there, waiting for you to embrace it. So they didn't steal your success. There is no need to be envious. So let's read motivational talks, to motivational stories, testimonies, and all of that. It will help you on days when you are depressed. And when you give up, you see your result in life will be as though you never tried. That's one annoying thing about giving up. Nobody will pay you for being almost there. Okay? It's like you're in a competition. Nobody really celebrates you for being almost there. Of course, they will throw you pity, but the real prize, the grand prize, is for the one who attains, the one who is able to run to the end, to run to the finishing line. Okay, so in order not to make a mess of all the effort you've put into that thing, ensure you sit to the end. Ensure you sit to. Of course, when you are tired, you rest. Like yesterday now, it's been long I watched movies because I decided to put aside movie in order to get serious with my YouTube channel. I used to love watching movies. I still love it, but I disciplined myself to the extent that I put movies aside. That's why the fact that I now interact regularly with YouTube, which has a lot of movies. I'm a YouTube content creator, so of course it means I now interact more with YouTube than I used to interact with it. And YouTube has a lot of movies, a lot of stories. I had to, of course, it's not as if I no longer watch movies, but I now have to put it into, I now have to be deliberate about it, like watch it once in so days, watch it when I'm done with the day's work, postpone watching it until I'm done with what I have to do. I no longer watch it carelessly. Okay, so you too can put yourself on such a schedule. Okay, so do not give up. When you are tired, you rest and you look for strength again. If the strength is not coming, go and look for it. If it is someone that talks to you in a way that touches you, go and look for that person. If it is an event that talks to you in a way that spurs you on, for that event. Sometimes strength will not come and meet you. You will have to go look for strength. If it's a church service that pushes you to get on your feet again, go for it. Go and look for strength. Just make sure you are not giving up. Okay? Then, lastly, you have to polish your communication skills. Yes, communication skills. Communication is the art of sending and receiving messages. So, as a content creator, you are sending messages out either via verbally or through written form, or visually. You are sending out messages. So it is one thing to send out a message. It's another thing for your audience to be able to receive and understand the message you are sending out. It's not, if you send out a message and your audience are unable to understand the content you spilled out, then you have failed in that communication process. Communication is only successful when your listeners are able to understand the content you've put out. So you have to polish your communication skills. If you are a speaker, then you have to learn how to speak well. You are a writer, you have to improve your writing skills. Or you create visual content, then it means you have to learn your editing skills, your video editing skills, your graphic editing skills have to be top. You have to improve on them because these things should not be confusing. You shouldn't put out confusing content to your audience. They should not be confused when they are done interacting with your content. So if you are the type that you create movies, or you are a comedian, online comedian, you create videos, then that is your own means of communication. It means you have to learn how to make great videos with good audio and scenery. If you are a writer, then it means you have to know how to write better. You have to learn how to write in paragraphs. Don't lump up all your opinions together in a confusing way. So you have to work on your communication skills as a content creator. Because as it's not just about having something to say, how you say it matters a lot. It's not just about having food to present. How you present the food determines if your audience's appetite will be awakened or it will be dead. There are some contents that can kill one's appetite. You don't want your audience hissing and scrolling away from your content. As much as we cannot please everybody, but the bulk of your audience should not be displeased with what you are putting out there. If the bulk of your audience are displeased, then you are failing at what you are doing. That's the bitter truth. Okay, so I would like to read from you. I hope I've been able to educate some of us on how to stay consistent. I might not have been able to give the best points, but I'm grateful for this privilege to share the little I know with you, my wonderful audience. Keep winning, stay winning, don't give up. I am rooting for you. We will all get there. Bye.